Welcome back, True Seeker. Yesterday, September 16th, 2018, after 16 NBA seasons, Dwayne Wade put out a tweet, Sweet 16, one last dance, and he announced that he's going to play one more NBA season and retire at the conclusion of his 17th NBA season, where 17 is a huge number in regards to the NBA. In case you're new here, we talk about how sports is scripted by a code. Everything that happens in the games to everything that happens outside of them. The world of professional athletics contrived by the code of letters and numbers, known as Gematria. And using the alphabetic order, N is the 14th letter, B is the second, A is the first, NBA 17. In the NBA, the Celtics lead with 17 championships. It's kind of like how in the MLB, M plus L plus B is 13 plus 12 plus 2 equals 27. The Yankees lead with 27 World Series wins. Anyway, 17. Dwayne Wade's played his entire career with the Miami Heat, except for when he went momentarily to the Chicago Bulls and the Cleveland Cavaliers. With regards to the Cavs, they're from the 17th state, Ohio. They were the 17th team to join the NBA. He reunited with LeBron James, who left Ohio on July 1st, a date that can be written 1/7 like 17, also 7/1 like 71. And he's joining the Lakers for their 71st season, team going for their 17th championship. Understand, all of it is ritual. For another 17, Dwayne Wade's born on January 17th, the 17th day of the year. He's also born in 82, basketball, 82 game schedule, pro basketball in Gematria, 82. So, notice this emphasis on one last dance. See how they emphasize that, one last dance? If you're new here, there's a number we talk about a lot with the NBA. Before we reveal what one last dance equals, notice also Sweet 16, this announcement on the 16th day of September. The Heat, the team he's remembered for playing with, Heat sums to 16. The upcoming NBA season is also going to begin October 16th, and this is where the one last dance riddle comes into play. One last dance sums to 113, just like the National Basketball Association sums to 113. Using this same cipher where one last dance sums to 113, Michael Jordan equals 113, Kobe Bryant equals 113. There's a cipher where you multiply the alphabetic order times 6. So one last dance, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, they're all 113 times 6, which is 678. From the day Jordan played his last game against Philadelphia, where Kobe's from, to the last day Kobe played was exactly 678 weeks apart. And you might remember Kobe's father was drafted by the Warriors. The day of Kobe's last game, there was an ESPN doubleheader on ESPN 1 and 2. They were the final two games of the NBA season. Kobe playing his last game. The Warriors playing their last game, where they set the win record, eclipsing Jordan's win record. In that game, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson set a new NBA record, combining for 678 three-pointers on a season. Again, you have no idea how scripted the world of sports is until you learn this code of letters and numbers that is Gematria. But anyway, one last dance, 113, the National Basketball Association, 113. Remember 2 NBA finals ago where every game was finishing with 113 points in one of the scores? The ultimate mocking. And consider for years I'd been teaching about the relevance of this code in the NBA. But anyway, from the day of this campaign being announced, one last dance, to the start of the NBA season on October 16th is 30 days later. And remember, 113 is the 30th prime. Yesterday I made a video on this channel saying how these numbers are peas in a pod. I was talking about the announced retirement of Vontae Davis at age 30 on his 113th day of being his age. And this is what I mean. When you learn this code, you can see how repetitively it is used. You won't have to wait long until you see 113 and 30 come together in the news, in the world of sports, yet again, because it happens all the time. From Wade's birthday to this announcement on September 16th, it's It's also 34 weeks and 4 days later. The 34 jumps out because heat with the alphabetic order is 34. And in case you're new here, there's 4 base ciphers, the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. Let's cover those first two. H is the 8th letter, E is the 5th, A is the 1st, T is the 20th. 8 plus 5 plus 1 plus 20 is 34. Now let's come up to where heat is 16 and look at the difference. H is 8, E is 5, A is 1, but T is not 20 here, it's 2 because the numerology of 20 is 2 plus 0 is 2. 8 plus 5 plus 1 plus 2 is 16. And when you do these two ciphers, notice the value here is 16, the value here is 34. They're always going to break down to the same numerology. 16 is 1 plus 6 is 7. 34 is 3 plus 4 is 7. So those are your 2 of your 4 base ciphers. Those are the original 2 ciphers I learned, which are talked about in Manly P. Hall's book, The Freemason Who Revealed a Lot of Secrets. The other 2 are just flipping the alphabetic order around, making Z1 counting up to A is 26, and then doing that with the rules of numerology. You learn those 4 ciphers, you see through a lot. So this is why Dwayne Wade has a sweet 16 message on the 16th day of the month after 16 years of NBA basketball before the upcoming season starts on October 16th. You know, for years I looked at things like this and I said, I mean, is there something bigger here to numbers than I know? You know, I looked at this for years and just say, why do they do stuff like this so often? Is there something to numbers that I need to know? Well, it turned out there was. I've been teaching about it ever since 2013 when I finally figured it out. Till next time, Truth Seeker.